What people don't think about after they're gone is how they can support their children if they're no longer alive. I remember when my grandfather passed away without doing any estate planning or other documentation. His second wife ended up with his entire estate, and her children from her first marriage ended up with whatever was left when she died. My mother and her 3 brothers received none of my grandfather's personal belongings, money, or assets. I know that my grandpa would have wanted to take care of his second wife and then his children. Protecting your assets and future, especially in a blended family, is important because I don't think people realize how expensive and scary not planning is. I've seen clients spend $40,000 in attorney fees and court costs fighting about what their loved one wanted because either the documents were not done correctly or not done at all. My typical clients are couples with children, sometimes from prior relationships, sometimes adult children. Because of my family history and having 3 kids myself, I understand what it means to take care of the ones you love even after you're gone. The last thing any of my clients wants is to make their children jump through hoops to get their inheritance or must give a chunk of their money to the government, court, or an attorney when it could be avoided. After 26 years of being in this business, I've seen all the pitfalls and the ways to prevent them so that the client's goals are accomplished. The 3 largest misconceptions about estate planning are: number 1, estate planning is only for the wealthy. This is not true. Many of my clients have a home, bank account, maybe a retirement account, and a car. I've seen so many fights over just the deceased loved one's home. The second misconception is that a will take care of everything. A will almost guarantees the family will end up in probate court, paying fees, doing paperwork, while waiting for the system to allow them to receive their money that they are entitled to. Also, if there's a need for guardianship, the will doesn't cover it, and the family will have to go to probate court to obtain guardianship to help a loved one make medical and financial decisions. I focus on avoiding probate court, which will save time, money, and avoid the headaches that come with the probate process. The third misconception is estate planning is a one-time event. An estate plan evolves with your goals and your family's needs. I check in with former clients on a regular basis to ensure that life has not changed with marriages, deaths, grandkids. As people change, so should their estate plan. It is much easier to modify a plan than to start from scratch. I enjoy knowing that I help people avoid conflict and difficulties. I've received thank you cards and calls from families of past clients who explained how easy it was with the documents I drafted. I don't want anyone to feel the way my mother and uncles did when they learned that step relatives they hardly knew were going to end up with my grandfather's assets. When I'm done working with a client, I know that their wishes will be taken care of, from where their assets will go to what type of funeral service they want. Everything they plan for now is that much less that the family has to deal with later. My job during an estate plan is to listen carefully to what the client wants so I can draft documents to accomplish the client's goals. I grew up in St. Clair Shores, Michigan. I graduated from Rutgers University in 1993 and Detroit Mercy School of Law in 1996. I started working immediately as a licensed attorney after passing the bar exam in 1996. And I've been helping families avoid probate or streamline the process if their loved one didn't plan ahead. My name is John Tatone, and I've helped over 1,000 people. I would like to help you too. Contact my office to schedule an appointment and take the first step to being the hero of your family.